Good evening, everyone. My name is Avery Caldwell.
And I'm Tasha Chambliss.
On behalf of Golden West College, it is our pleasure to welcome GWC staff and administration, faculty, Coast Community College district members, the Huntington Beach community, our live stream viewers, and of course, our great students. To this evening's event celebrating the accomplishments and the lives, the enormous contributions of African Americans. I also want to take a moment to recognize some of the hardworking people who made these events happen tonight. They are members of the Black History Month Steering Committee, consisting of Professor Warren Carter, Dr. Yvette Moss, Garland Moore, Kevin Harrison, Professor Tasha Chambliss here, and myself. Special thanks also given to Allison Carlock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Special thanks also given to Allison Carlock with the Intercultural Center and Teresa Grande of Campus Life. So just a quick show of hands, or was it just me that kind of always had this question in the back of my head wondering, how did February become Black History Month? Is that it? Okay. We got stiffed again. No. No, there's a lot of history behind it, and I'd like to share some of that with you, okay? Black History Month, also known as African American History Month in the U.S., is an annual observance in Canada, Ireland, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and the United States. It began as a way of remembering important people and events in history of the African diaspora. It is celebrated annually in the United States and Canada in February, as well as in the UK, the Netherlands, and the Republic of Ireland in October. Kind of like Oktoberfest, too. It's interesting. But it's a different culture and a different country and everything.
Right.
The precursor to Black History Month was created in 1926 in the United States when historian Carter G. Woodson and the Association for Study of Negro Life and History announced the second week of February to be Negro History Week. The week was chosen because it coincided with the birthday of Abraham Lincoln on February 12th and Frederick Douglass on February 14th, both of those dates that were celebrated in the Black communities in the late 19th century. Black History Month was first proposed by Black students from Kent State University in February of 1969. The first celebration of Black History Month took place at Kent State 1 year later, from January 2nd, 1970 to February 28th, 1970. 6 years later, Black History Month is being celebrated across the United States, across our country in educational institutions, Black centers of culture and community, both great and small, when President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month during the celebration of the United States. He urged Americans to seize the opportunity to honor too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area endeavor throughout our history.
All right. Thank you for that.
You learned something.
Again, I would like to welcome you guys to this year's second, not first, but second Black History Month event, Black Voices and the Arts, Open Mic, Poetry, and Music. I want to also say thank you for being here. The next thing I want you guys to focus on are, think about just two things. It's basically two things that you need to know for tonight. The first thing is sit back, relax, and enjoy. And the second one is, if you are interested in participating in the open mic, please make sure that you sign up. We have a sign-up sheet here in the front. Thank you. We have a sign-up sheet here, and for those of you who've already signed up, you will know that it's your turn as soon as I mention on deck. So I'll mention your name, and then I will say on deck. So please make sure that you are prepared. Also, feel free to come up if you feel that you want to all of a sudden do open mic. Feel free to come up to me. I'll be in the back. Please make sure that you come up and sign up. The next thing I would like to say to you guys one more time, welcome and thank you so much for being here. Tonight, we are so blessed to be able to begin with a spoken word piece by Demario Carter. Demario Carter is a recent graduate from the University of San Francisco, where he earned his master's degree in sports management. And he is joining us for the second time, second year in a row. Thank you so much, Demario, for starting us off. You're welcome. And last, can I have Salimia Aduma? You're on deck next.
How y'all doing? Good. So I got 3 pieces for you guys. I don't like explaining the backstory to my pieces. I just like getting into them. So I'm just gonna get into them. If you got any questions, just ask me later. All right. I never knew wearing a hoodie was a crime. I never knew Skittles could be used as a deadly weapon. I never knew Black Lives Mattered. Please excuse my confusion. I've seen groups in white hooded robes never get shot, so I thought hoodies were socially acceptable. I've seen people of all races taste the rainbow and not be considered a threat, so I thought Skittles were just candy. I never knew I had to specifically tell you that my life mattered because it was a black one. I thought that was implied. I guess Black lives only matter after we die. Thank you. Okay, I guess I am telling the backstory. So quick backstory on this one, the one I'm gonna do next. Besides it being Black History Month, Valentine's Day is in February. And so I guess it's like a little lovey-dovey poem I got. So I'm gonna just get into that as well. All right. It's more than that cute puppy love. Eskimo kisses, note sharing, and bear hugs. I love you like little kids love stepping on icky bugs, like doctors love scrubs, like fiends love drugs, like coffee loves a mug. I love you like not now, but right now. I love you like mom upside down. In other words, I love you like wow. I love you like thugs love the ghetto, like Pinocchio loves Geppetto, like Cupid loves his arrow, like roses love their petals. I love you like I love to play ball. You're the best ref I ever had. Never gave me a bad call. I love you like I love myself, but I'll put you before me just to see that smile reach to the other cheek. I love you more than things stated in this poem, but in the end, I hope this poem lets it all be known. I love you. Thank you. All right, and for my last one, this is just at a time in life it's titled All In, so I felt like it was just one of those pieces I was writing and literally had to put all I had into it, so that's the backstory on this one. I contradicted myself from the beginning, sorry. There's no award for giving up. Achieve what you must. Success is something that not a lot of people touch, so I'm gonna put it in a headlock and never let it go and never leave no doubts. I'm gonna give my all. No shortcuts, no bowing out. No tap out, no surrender. Achievement is a goal that's on each day of my agenda. When people work hard, they say they need time off or rest. But me, I'm working hard over here trying to write in amounts my mother needs on blank checks. And I will never settle for less. See, I'm not a simple dude that only wants the chips. Give me the guacamole, salsa, sour cream, cheese, and the dip. People say, dang, D, you've changed. No, I just went from 4 quarters to $1. No more loose change. To know me, you know my struggle. To know me, you know my pain. Man, you wouldn't feel my heart if my blood was running through your veins. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? I play tag with ambition, kick it with motivation, and dismiss all that adolescent hatred. Everything I went through was for a purpose. I am who I am today because of it. All of it. Every individual thing. From the gun in my face to totaling my car to my mother's close encounter with death has me talking to myself like, man, what the hell is next? See, this is the good, the bad, and the scary. At times I had to crawl because my legs got too weary. My trials are my foundation. I'm a human being standing taller than any structural creation. They say you can't take a nigga out the hood unless he's going to jail. Well, my institution, my university was my institution. Tuition, we'll call that bail. And the dorm is the closest I ever got to a cell. Only thing is, I'm not a nigga. I'm a young black male. Thank you.
Well, he put this mic so high. I'll go to this one. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and welcome. Anytime you can come back. I would like to call up Salimia Aduma. All right, so I'm going to move on. Treasure Taylor on deck, please. Treasure Taylor. All right. Augustin Ramos. All right. And can I have Courtney Latour on deck, please? Thank you so much. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'll be doing 3 poems written by myself, and I'm just gonna get right to it. So this first one's called Heavens Repent, a conversation with Tupac. All right. How can we stay content? How could there be any peace? We all suffer. Aren't we all the same? So who's to blame? Because today's justice is to shoot young males while the world acts like they don't care. Is this hell? Why do I feel like I'm in a cell? How do I prevail? Because I can hear the baby scream. The world no longer gleams green. Have they all lost their self-esteem? A man with $1 and a dream gave us shades of equality. So it's not to say that one day we could reach change and unify our race and to embrace a better tomorrow, where our seeds can grow, and no matter what the seasons unfold, they will stand bold. This is the first one. Thank you. So the second one I read last event they had for Black History Month, and it's titled The Seeds of Makaveli, which is Tupac as well. We are the seeds of Makaveli, the light that blossomed in the darkness, the street prophets looking for something more than a quick profit, the ones who were forgotten from the Bay to Stockton to Compton, looking up to the skies knowing there's a better way, praying, hoping we don't fall today. We are the biggest prey in the environment surrounded by yay, hoping to get out someday, tired of seeing people being sprayed with AKs. The children here are strays, some of them runaways. Only 10 years old and she had to turn away. Her parents were addicted and constantly conflicted until they got evicted and they were left in the streets, searching through the garbage cans for something to eat. She turned around and kept walking, passing by the creepy men who kept mocking, but she kept blocking. Time kept clocking, flash forward, now she's knocking. All these motherfuckers that look like dominoes, the flower that rose in an addicted, drug-addicted condition. Her biggest mission is to make her transition because she's now in a position to make a difference. No longer do the babies have to meet the mortician. I'm here to change the system and bring forth the real resistance to make drugs non-existent. This second one. Sorry. This third one's on my phone. Give me a sec. All right. So this one's kind of lengthy, but here it goes. Meditation by fire. Rhythmation passed down from elder to upcoming generation, broadcasting specifically for you, and you. An estimation of 18 tracks flow like the rivulets between the trees in the monsoon, the rose mallows, the sticking corpse lilies, and the orchids. All bloom within the rain. It will begin soon, what an image could do to the brain. Here comes a perplexed artist. All right, everyone sit back and relax. Let us start this. 1, disaster. Since birth, we are given 2 masters. Some have a couple, some are unknown, and some are bastards, sucked into a vortex of complexity. forced to build, break, and rebuild an image, personality, moral stability, intellect, and mobility. When the end is near, all that you hold dear was in possession of your madness. 2, survive. Endure, meaning leave aside your pride, mold into stone, bend like a spoon, but never fold. Life will pass you sooner or later. Keep in check your behavior. They will come for you. You will never find a savior. Do not fight until you're out of breath. Fight until you reach your death. That is liberation. If taken alive, you surely wish that you would have died. Some things are better than incarceration. 3, senses. The things your eyes will see, the screams your ears will hear. There's no cure for a broken heart here. Nothing to replace the hollow. Scorching makes it hard to swallow. Sight and sound will fade. Mold the clay that's in your hands. Whatever's made will shatter. The pain from the wounds will not matter. Only moments pass. Eternal pain will last forever. 4, love. The concept that lives only in a fairy tale. There's no true explanation to the heart's desire. It starts as an ember, then it burns everything within its steps. The pond of lies. I sigh at the fools trying to be more than just friends. In the end, only destruction exists. The beautiful concept is but a myth. 5, reincarnation. Assess the situation, birth and death. So what comes next? I said it before, liberation. A path to teach the whole nation before the end. Pretend there's no place better than this. Who do you have around you that will miss you? Go ahead and grab a tissue. The issue is that we don't plan for legacy. Jealousy and Hennessy increase the ego. There's no reaching supremacy. Cutting you off right there. I think we've heard enough. You're being extremely negative, and this is a place of positivity. 6, silence. You're walking around mindless. Thoughts are overflowing, words spilling out of your mouth. It's too loud. Think twice and speak once. Sound is vibration, but when you speak, those around you will need a vacation. Listen to those that surround you. Don't keep an open mouth. A mouthful of nonsense will have you choking. If not, here's hoping that if you deserve it. You interrupt out of fear. My message is clear. And without sadness, there's no happiness. If there's fantasy, there's no realism. Cynicism, a recipe for madness. This is my magnum, nobody panic. Listen to the sadness or vanish. Can you manage the damage? Have you ever felt the emptiness of a shell? Hell can't compare. Yet I live to aspire the future generation of kids. I remove my rib and give you life, and with the same knife scribe flesh, I thresh biblical texts. I lead a group of disciples, and this is my Bible. My tribe is primal, homicidal and suicidal. I'm no idol. What do you know about survival? This is reincarnation, revival. When the sun goes down, prepare for my arrival. Done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just a little change. We're going to have Neolani Ayala come up.
Wow, that is really high. Okay. Okay. This is called Dropped. I opened up to you like a door with no lock. You didn't even have to knock. I watched you from the window in awe, staring, holding my breath, waiting for you to grab the knob and push. But you stopped. You grabbed the handle and dropped it so fast I thought it was burning hot. My heart dropped at that very moment. My heart knew before my brain could even process that you didn't want to come in and be there with me, to come in and share a moment in time with the person who looks at you so adoringly, who holds your smile in their mind like it's the end of time. My love cut deep, deeper than any ocean or sea, but you didn't see. You left me.
It's at my level now. So thank you very much. I'm going to have our next speaker come up, Courtney.
Okay, so I have a short one, I have a long one. One's from me and one's one of my favorite poems. So let's see how this goes. First one, Sands of Time. A journey through forbidden lands, comforted, provoked, aroused, only by a stranger's hand. I am a wandering nomad, treading carefully in slightly familiar sands. A downpour controlled by gravity itself drenches me in a mountain of wealth. Its peaks appear to touch the sky. Distantly gaining, it also reminds me of how time flies. Sliding gracefully on cliffs and peaks, whispers of wind dance and sing. This dream seems to lure me in with tales of how one beginning's just someone's end. So cleverly, it's provoking me to take a dive into this hill so mass and enjoy my every stolen moment with swimming within an hourglass. And this one's called Nevermorrow. In a world of pain and sorrow, in a world of pain and sorrow lies a land called Nevermorrow. Darkened wasteland, dead and bare, my soul was made to travel there. So far from all I love and cherish, my heart within began to perish. Stumbling on through endless night, when at my feet appeared a light. A stream of moonlight pierced the dark, an object at my feet to mark. I knelt to have a closer look. Astonished, I had found a book. The cover was a flawless brown. A golden lock had kept it bound. This thing of beauty in my hand, I knew was foreign to this land. I searched the cover and binding too, but only found a single clue. Upon the front, in golden script, a title I could not decrypt. Intrigued by this exotic book, I determined within to look. My treasure I placed upon a rock. A single blow destroyed the lock. Seeing now my crime complete, a sense of guilt began to creep. I snatched my prize from off the ground, astonished by what within I found. The language strange and yet familiar. It had a sense of rhyme and meter. This language yet unknown to me was the most beautiful poetry. Obsessed, I studied every letter. Until I understood them better. At last I began to read with ease and found myself upon my knees. The words, they seemed to have such power, holding me captive for countless hours. Words of passion flowing free, it seemed, were written just for me. They spoke of hope and love and life, of sadness, bitter tears and strife. My eyes, they savored every word. Such beauty I had never heard. The words seemed to had changed my sight. For a time. I forgot my plight. Amidst this wasteland dark and drear, I found my thoughts were calm and clear. So drastic was this book's effect. These words I knew I must protect. I closed the book, and with despair, I read the title, printed there. My heart was gripped with pain and fear. Such pain, my eyes began to tear. The golden word, with meaning hidden, I understood it now, was forbidden. Frantically, I looked around and found the lock upon the ground. I tried to lock the book with care, but found the lock beyond repair. Now, the extent of my error, I realized with sudden terror the rightful owner of this book would now know the liberties that I took. I placed the book back on the mark where moonlight pierced the evil dark, and on I traveled through the night. I never found another light. In a world of pain and sorrow lies a land called Nevermorrow, darkened wasteland, dead and bare. My soul had once known comfort there.
All right. Next up, we're going to have Mr. Don James. Watch the candles, watch the candles.
I'm trapped. I'm trapped because my mama, she has all these sayings like, get what you want, eat what you get, wherever you go, you take yourself with you. But one thing that she said really stuck with me when I got here, a couple years ago. She says, you could always say who you saw, but you could never say who saw you. And I saw this lady. She was on PCH in Dover. She appeared to have money, but as I got closer, she was holding a sign. And that sign said, I'm 81. No, the sign said, you got to do what you got to do. I'm 81. Would you help me? And that just floored me. So when I got home, I started writing. And I'm going to share what I wrote with you about that lady. I said, when hunger kicks in, you got to act. We were created that way by design. Don't laugh at them. That could be you on some street corner holding up that sign. Some of those folks, they look very proud. As others, they lose eye contact with shame. But who am I to point to them with much ridicule or even blame? Those people, they're all God's children, and they really do need our respect. The truth we tell each other would be, that's me if I miss my paycheck. You got to do what you got to do. It read boldly on that lady's sign. It also said that I'm 81. Would you help me? And please be so kind. You could never judge a book by its cover, as I got hypnotized on that front page. It made me check upon my gratitude list, because that's my mama's same age. Yep, that could have been me, out there with no clothes or even no shoes. But if I let you in on a little secret, that was me when I was jacked up on booze. I had an invisible sign as people tolerated me when I was drunk. I enjoyed throwing pity parties for myself, not truly realizing I was stuck in a funk. Can't you see what you doing? Ever so often I heard people saying, everybody, they was just laughing at me instead of just taking time out for praying. Nah, I can't say everyone. There was a few folks that didn't give up on me. They whispered to God. He heard their cry now. I got a great testimony. So when they ask me for $1, you don't have to give me a nudge. I understand exactly where they're at, realizing that God, He's the only judge. So as I write you a sign of encouragement, you need to hold it up immediately today. With big, bold letters I have written for you, we really need to take time out and pray.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're going to have Mario Riot. Sorry. Watch the candles.
Hold on, that's embarrassing. Here we go. All the way up here. Hi, I'm Mariella. I used to write poetry when I was little, and I stopped because I thought I was exceptionally bad at it. I don't consider myself a poet, but I wrote this today. It's called American Dessert. Prep time, 9 months. Cook time, 18 years. Total servings, 29,000.2 followers. Calories, 130 pounds. Preheat oven to 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Line your tray with 206 bones in the fashion that is most socially pleasing and acceptable. Set aside. In a large mixing bowl, combine 160 ounces of O-positive blood and approximately 59 cups of fat. Once the mixture begins to expand, use a spatula and spread the mixture evenly across the bones. Next, measure out 80 cups of skeletal muscle and strategically layer them throughout the structure on the tray. Once finished, seal with 22 square feet or 8 pounds of white skin. If unavailable, brown or black skin is also an option. Caution, colored substitutions may affect the quality and overall taste of your dessert. Place in an oven until evenly and slightly tanned. Let cool and carefully select strands of hair, white teeth, and bright blue eyes. Hazel, green, and brown are also acceptable substitutions, but blue are known to taste the best. Attractively arrange toppings, carefully select a filter, and slice into perfect cubes. Serve warm and be sure to follow @AmericanDessert for future recipes. #FreeCake.
I'm going to lower this. Thank you so much. Before we call someone else up, is there anyone interested in sharing? Anyone else interested in sharing? Any poems, any readings? Anyone else interested? Well, it's my pleasure to call up again Mr. DeMario.
So I really don't know what I'm about to do. I'm trying to think. Let's see. All right. If I forget, sorry. I did this one last year, so it should be fresh. I did this one last year here, actually, so. I want to be better. Not better than you or him or her. Not better than any human being on this earth. I want to be better than this 5'11", dark-skinned figure that's reciting this poem to you. Or is this even a poem? Maybe it's just me collecting my thoughts and telling you how I really feel without a storyline or a plot. Whatever it may be, or however you want to take it, I still want to be better than this dude I met yesterday. He was about my age and my height. He looked exactly like me. I guess he was a splitting image of myself. I say split image because eventually we have to go our separate ways. He was still living in the past, and I chose to embrace the future. How can we fall so far away from who we were to land in the shoes of who we are? How can I be in one place and my heart be in another? How can I be a grown man but still a baby to my mother? It's crazy. It's like we have to go through life and follow society's path, but society has never done anything for me, so society can kiss my aspirations and my dreams because I will not be denied. I must be blind because I can't see myself in society's eyes. Or maybe society's vision only sees certain colors, and my ebony dark skin attracts the wrong attention in public. But on a court or a stage, I'm a king or a hero. But anywhere else, I'm just another Negro. Society calls me cocky, but I just got a big ego. Sometimes I feel lost in this world, and I'm just trying to find myself, like they were trying to find Nemo. Discover my soul and not sell it for fame or wealth. It's so acceptable for me to pick up a ball, but if I pick up a book, I get, why you reading, dog? I submit an application and they're quick to tell me that I lack experience. But how can you tell me what I have experienced if you haven't lived my life? How can you know about my skills if I'm not given the opportunity to showcase them? See, they don't tell you about that in college. Well, that's not what they told me. Go to practice and go to the league or get a good job with the college degree. The world has shown me that there's no difference between a degree and a loose leaf piece of paper. They both come from a tree. I could have wrote Bachelors of Science on a piece of construction paper in black Sharpie with bold ink. Maybe this is postgraduate syndrome, or maybe it's reality. Maybe that broke college kid is standing up and his voice is spilling out of me. No, it's the minimum wage young adult who went to college for 5 years who's working at a job that has nothing to do with his career. I have to be better. Motivation is all I have. So I stay to myself and hope as I wander down this camouflage path. Thank you. So, quick backstory. Well, I guess it's a front story now because I already did it. But so I wrote that poem as this time in undergrad. I just was frustrated and confused with everything. Nothing was going my way. I was playing football. I got hurt my junior year. Got hurt again my senior year. So it's just all this frustration that built up. But fast forward to now, yeah, I did. So I graduated from University of Idaho, got my master's from University of San Francisco. I do got a good job that's actually career focused, so I'm good there. So things went well. Didn't want y'all to go out here like, dang, he don't got a good job. Like, so yeah, thank you.
I'm back. So thank you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying all of the spoken word. And we still have a few more to go. I'm now going to be calling Don. If you would come up, Don Hammonds. Next on deck, I'm going to have Tim Nguyen.
So, what I have for you is a little bit different from what I've just seen, and I don't understand how anyone would expect to follow that up. So, one of the things that I'm partaking here at Golden West College is the extremely exclusive field called Peace Studies. And the professor, her name is Fran Faraz. Our assignment recently was to answer a few journal prompts, and the questions were extremely deep, and they definitely took me to a place of deep self-reflection, and I kind of just wanted to share those answers to those questions with you. Just a few questions, not the whole entire prompts, because I'll let you know, because of the depth and the grandeur of these questions, this assignment took me 2.5 days to complete. The first question that I'll answer for you guys here today is, what do you believe? Why do you believe what you believe? My Creator has truly blessed me with the ability of empathy. That empathy comes through unwavering self-confidence and innate knowledge of tactful vulnerability. I believe that through proper use of my numerous blessings, I am granted a supernatural favor in life. I believe that this is incredibly difficult to explain using any human language. What I can express is that I am granted exactly what I need when I need it. I want for nothing. Whatever I ask for, I'm gifted. This has granted me the ability to discern between desire and necessity. As each day goes by, a different representative from the encampment of angels watching over me is revealed in some way, shape, or form. The next question that she proposed was, what in your background led you to believe the way you do? The interpersonal relationships that have formed after I established goals for myself and allowed the confidence that I learned from exposure to musical performing, becoming a national champion speaker during junior high school, then eventually a state champion Taekwondo practitioner, have led me to my current belief system. This confidence instilled within my very being naturally attracts true angels to me. These angels are within professors, new friends, and truly deep connections I am able to establish in an incredibly short amount of time. These connections aren't very frequent in occurrence, but they are deeply gratifying for all parties involved. The very thought of those connections I have established upon establishing a peaceful direction brings tears in my eyes. For though the relationships are not necessarily romantic, I have found true love, unconditional love, most importantly, within myself, for myself. Who are you? What is the purpose of your life? What do you think of yourself? Do you think I'm a special person, or I'm a normal person who just so happened to be born? Seneca said, everything hangs on a man's thinking. A man is unhappy as he convinced himself he is. In Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7, it says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So God created man in his own image. Of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew. Before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto nations. I'll quote one of my favorite books on planet Earth, Mastery by Robert Greene. At your birth, a seed is planted. That seed is your uniqueness. It wants to grow, transform itself, and flower to its full potential. It is a natural, assertive energy. Your life's task is to bring that seed to flower. Express your uniqueness through your work. You have a destiny to fulfill. Who am I? I'm a prophet. I'm a child of the most righteous creator, thus ordained for greatness that will change this world for the better. Greatness that transcends this plane that is earth. I am one who seeks not to provide a gooder surface, but to provide himself. I am love, the possibility of love, should I choose that. We're constantly asked, where is the love? I am the love. The love is right here within me.
All right, thank you very much. May I have Tim, please?
Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm really nervous to follow up that. So, just brief introduction. My name is Tim, and I'm not really prepared with the speech because I learned about the event today, but I really wanted to participate. I wrote a poem in tribute to my mom. She's the most amazing person I know. She alone raised me and my 4 other siblings. And the poem is called Dear Mama. It's also a tribute to Tupac's song, Dear Mama. So I felt that it's really relevant to Black History Month. So that's why I wanted to perform this piece. Okay. Thank you. Dear Mama, I know it's been some time since I came home to visit. I just want to say I miss you. My love for you has no limit. I remember all your great stories you used to tell me when I was young, from the colorful tales of history to the timeless songs you sung. You were always by my side when I woke up from nightmares. You would always tell me it's okay, no need to be scared. Dear Mama, you're stronger than an oak. You raised 5 kids on your own. You believed in our potential, what we could achieve when we're grown. You kept our family together through good times and bad, from my first day of preschool to the time we lost our dad. I know sometimes we disagree. We don't always see eye to eye, but you're always so understanding even when you're dissatisfied. Dear Mama, I appreciate you and the smile that's always on your face. Like Tupac once said, ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Dear Mama.
Watch the candles. Watch the candles. You guys enjoying the evening? Right? Those are some incredible young speakers. Their words, their thoughts, their critical thinking about the world around them will be the thing that will propel us to a better place. And so they're very inspiring, and we want to thank you again for the words you guys have done. Did a great job. So at this point in our evening, we'd like to take an intermission. There are some desserts. Have some more food over there. It's smelling really good still. We do have one more event, a special guest tonight, 2 guests tonight performance here. That'll take